All right, it is 12:30 right now. Welcome back to the Noon. We got a whole lot more coming up here. Starting with this, a brand new line of no and low alcohol wines and spirits are hitting the market, and we've got one of the leading innovators in wine on the Noon today. I'm so excited to have her here.
From Fox 5, this is the Noon.
All right, next at noon, with people drinking less, many are turning to low alcohol and no alcohol wines and spirits. But coming up, an acclaimed vintner joins us in studio to showcase some new options if you're considering making the switch. She is one of the most accomplished women you will ever see on TV. We're chatting with her next. Stay tuned. Well, a new line of no and low alcohol wines and spirits are hitting the market, and they come courtesy of a vintner who's been called the face of Argentine wine and named a top 25 wine innovator. Not to mention, she's also an Ivy League graduate and practicing pediatric doctor. Joining us now is Dr. Laura Catena. She's managing director of Bodega Catena Zapata and owner of her own winery, Luca Winery in Mendoza, Argentina. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Bianca. I just want to, clarify that I was practicing until 2020.
I was going to say, because you're way too busy to keep doing that. It is pretty incredible, your resume. My mind is blown when I look at it. Stanford trained, Harvard trained. I know you practice as well in San Francisco, but you're also fourth generation winemaker. First of all, to be able to accomplish all those things and still have children and be in love in what you do, how do you do all that?
Well, I'm kind of crazy, and my husband's not very happy with me. So I try really hard. I try to do my best.
That's pretty incredible. When you talk about the things that you learned in medicine, being as accomplished as you were in medicine, and taking that to winemaking, was there anything that you brought over from medicine that you turned and translated into making wine better?
Yes, absolutely, because, winemaking comes from the vineyard, and there's a lot of science involved, as well as art and instinct. And yes, there is so much that transfers. And here with the non-alcoholic wines, actually thinking about how to make a wine that you can alternate between alcohol wine, non-alcohol wine, so you can maybe moderate better, drink a little less when you want to. It's been really helpful for coming up with this new project of the no-alcohol wines.
When we talk about the no-alcohol wines, I think there's been maybe a stigma that they don't taste as well, and you're not getting the same experience when you drink actual wines. But what have you learned in this process of making these low-alcohol, no-alcohol wines?
First of all, I still think that wines with alcohol taste better. Better with food. They give you a little extra joy when you drink them, in moderation always. But I think that now we have reached a level of no-alcohol wines, these two particularly, that are really good. And most people think they have alcohol. And that's really exciting that we have some non-alcohol products that are maybe not as good, but close to a wine with alcohol.
Okay, just to give people some context here, obviously these ones are no alcohol, but you and your family have put Malbec, and you have put it on the map of Argentina. This beautiful one.
The Catena Malbec.
This has changed the way people look at Argentinian wine. This is like the history of your family and what you've done. So get some context here before we start with the no alcohol one. So first explain what you brought here for us today.
So first it's the Rosé, which is from the domain EDM. EDM is for Elena de Mendoza, my mother. And then the second one is called Brunette. And the first one is a de-alcoholized wine. So we do this thing called vacuum distillation. It's the opposite of concentrating the alcohol, like for cognac. You do the opposite and you get less alcohol.
Interesting.
And then we add rose petals. Incredible aroma. And then the second one is with botanicals. So we do grape juice of the highest quality Chardonnay and something called verjuice, which is more high acid mineral with botanicals.
All right, well, we got to try it.
They're both delicious.
Okay, so we're starting here off this one.
Start with the Rosé.
Okay, well, cheers. Salud.
Salud.
Oh, that is lovely.
Isn't that delicious?
Is this one with the rose petals?
The rose petals.
I can smell that right off the nose.
And the food, can you imagine the food pairing of this with a risotto, with a pasta?
This is beautiful.
Anything, right? With a plate of cheese.
Wow. Okay, I love this. And then we're going on to the second one, the Brunette.
25 calories per glass.
Well,
also,
that means I could have 10 of them.
Yes, you can have 10
Obviously,
of them.
I'd never be buzzed.
Yes.
Okay, so the second one is the Brunette.
Yeah.
And you added ice to this.
So we added ice because I think it's better, and they're both sparkling.
Oh, this smells
and a
lovely.
Orange peel, right?
Oh,
right? Clove, chamomile.
Oh my goodness.
A little eucalyptus. You can taste that, but you also have these really high quality Chardonnay grapes.
Yes.
That's why it's so good. Yeah.
I could drink this all day. Where can people find these two vintages that you have here?
You can find them at wine.com.
Okay.
And just Google where to find them. So we're just releasing the second one, the Brunette, to the market. The first one's pretty widely distributed in the U.S., but the Brunette is just coming in. So I'd say for now, wine.com is a safe bet, but it will soon be distributed in many places.
Incredible that these taste incredible. Incredible that your background is just as accomplished as it is. And thank you so much for joining us at the noon. We certainly appreciate it. If you want to have some alcohol, though, some real alcohol, you got to try her other wines as well. So we didn't even get to that. All right, more noon straight ahead. Stay with us.